Okay, so like I mentioned earlier, we are going to be playtesting this Perri Precon. We have playtested all of the other Precons from Streets of New-Capenna, so if you would like to see those, you can click on my YouTube channel and you can find all of those videos over there as well, so that you can see if buying one of these commanders is worth your money. And at the end of this video, we'll be able to know how powerful this Precon is, whether you definitely need to upgrade this, or if it's just good outside of the box like some of the other Precons genuinely were. So just keep that in mind, and we'll get started over here. So we're gonna draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we are judging the deck. So we're gonna see how many times we have to mulligan, if we even have to mulligan. And then we'll go from there. Let me just adjust the camera so that this focuses. Got a nice look at Perri. Should be good there. Okay, cool. Guys, I'm a really big fan of this border wipe right here. I think this border wipe is really good. Okay, we're gonna put Perri off to the side over here in the command zone. We're gonna keep this hand. So we're ready off to a good start, everybody. Ready off to a good start. Let's get going. Okay, so we have Oracle's Vault. God, this is... I do not know why this card is inside the deck. But that's maybe because it has a counter on it, I suppose. That's why this card's inside the deck. So we're gonna go ahead and play our Temple of Mystery first. And then we're going to scry 1. A Lit Jar of Mirror Lake. Do we have an island? I think we're just gonna scry this down to the bottom. Then we will pass a turn, we'll untap, we'll draw into a Sky Cloud Expanse, and then from this situation we will get down the plains here, so that we can tap 2 and play a Grateful Apparition. So Grateful Apparition says, whenever this deals combat damage to a player, a planeswalker, proliferate. I mean, it's a flying 1/1, it's a creature on turn 2, and in the Precon world, I think that's a decent turn 2 play. So we're just gonna allow that to happen. We're gonna pass a turn there. We will draw here into a Park Heights Maverick. 3-drop, can't be blocked by creatures power 2 or less. Whenever it deals combat damage, whenever this creature attacks the player with the most life or tied for the most life, put a counter on it. Okay. So I think what we're gonna do here is, I think we play the Maverick over here, honestly. So let's just get down the forest. We'll go 1, 2, 3, and we will play this Park Heights Maverick. Then I think in that situation, we're just gonna go ahead and pass the turn. You know, I think I would have liked to have ramped. You know, the only ramp I have in my hand is Urban Evolution. This is 5 mana to play, which means on turn 5 I can play this. And it's not like, you know, whenever you're playing mana, whenever you're playing ramp, I was taught that you want your ramp to coincide with your commander. So if Perri costs 4 mana to play, I would want my ramp to... I would want to ramp myself so that on the turn, on one turn, I can get a 4th land into play and play Perri immediately. So if I ramp on turn 2, by turn 3, if I play my land, I'll have 4 mana and play Perri. So for this commander, you'd want a lot of ramp that allows you to either ramp on turn 1 or turn 2. That would be most useful. So we're gonna go ahead and draw for turn. Illuminarch Aspirant. Which is a great draw. Guys, already I'm gonna tell you that this commander deck is definitely better than some of the other ones. So we're gonna pay I could make the aggressive play and get down the aspirant right now. Or I could get down the Oracle's Vault and set up. But let's just play aggressively because who cares? We're gonna tap 2 here, we'll play the aspirant. And then what's gonna end up happening is I'll go to combat. Both of these creatures are gonna get +1/+1 counter, so this is a 1/1 and this is a 3/3, and then I go to combat and attack with a flyer, and then we'll say this one can't be blocked. And oh, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Oh well, it's like a little misplay there, but what we're gonna say is we're gonna end up putting that +1/+1 counter on the flyer here. So when we get both proliferate triggers, this is gonna get an extra 2 counters. So the Grateful Apparition is actually right now is a 2/2, a 3/3. The Apparition is a 4/4 right now. And then that's that. I think we have 2 mana open. We'll just pass a turn there. And then we'll go to our next turn. We'll untap. Hopefully we draw a land here. And it's a Felwar Stone, which is not a land, but something. Technically right now, like, I wouldn't play Perri at this point in time. I'm just gonna tap 2. I'm gonna keep my blue mana open. I'll tap 2 and I'll get down a Felwar Stone. Felwar Stone lets us add 1 mana of any color. And now next turn we can get down, we can draw 3 cards off the Urban Evolution, which wouldn't be too bad. We'll go back to combat and we'll put a counter on the Maverick, and then we'll attack with these 2 creatures. This is 4 damage now. And then we get 2 proliferate triggers, so this is a flying 6/6, and then this is a 5/5, I think now. And then we're gonna go ahead and pass the turn there. We do have this Damning Verdict in our hand, which says destroy all creatures with no counters on them. So that seems good. So we're gonna go ahead and untap here. We will draw, return, and just remember, if you're not already subscribed to this YouTube channel, please remember to subscribe if you enjoy content like this, and like this video if you haven't already liked this video. I would appreciate it if you could. It helps us teach. It just helps us to get more players into EDH, more new players. And it changes my life, literally. We're almost at 500 subs. So what we can do right now is, I think what I would want to do is go to combat. I'm going to attack with these 2 creatures again. Let's say they get blocked, so I get no counters, no proliferate. What I'll do is I'll put the counter on the Luminarch Aspirant. And because the counter is on the Luminarch Aspirant, I'm going to go to my second main phase. I'm going to tap 5. And I'm going to cast the Damning Verdict, which is going to destroy all creatures with no counters on them. So now the board is wiped. All of our opponent's creatures are gone. We have our creatures still in play because they still have +1/+1 counters on them. And then we'll pass a turn. And, you know, it's plays like that I think ultimately is what puts you in a position to win games, where one-sided board wipes tend to be a really powerful thing you can do. And I remember the first time we looked at this commander deck back in the day when we did the review, I was talking about setting up those plays. And that little combo right there definitely shot this commander up to be one of the more powerful precons of the group. So let's say that our opponent does the same thing and then they wipe the board. So I end up losing all of my creatures as well. And then let's see how well we can rebuild after that occurrence. So we're gonna untap and draw into Vorel of the Whole Clade. I think after a board wipe, I'm gonna tap 5, and we're gonna play this Avenging Hunt Bonder, which puts whenever this attacks, I put a double strike counter on another target attacking creature. So we're just gonna get down the Hunt Bonder because why not? So we'll pay 5, put that into play. This deck is kind of we're struggling with the mana right now. It's not a goblin. Bye. I play Magus of the Moon in my Krenko deck. That just give them all Mountain Walk and say GG. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea. So we're gonna go ahead and untap after we put the Avenging Hunt Bonder in play. See what we got here is a Johnny Unyielding. This I would probably take this card out of the deck, if I'm being honest. We're still at 5 mana, so I think what we could do here is just pay 5 and play the Urban Evolution to draw 3 cards. It's all good, Charlie. You can draw 3 cards and play an additional land. I figured something like that happened. So we're gonna draw 3. 1, Mimeomancer, 2, Flooded Grove, and 3, a Power of Conduit. So we're gonna be able to play 1 land out of this. And I think we're just gonna stop there. So this commander deck definitely it definitely could help with the card draw, I think, but because it's in blue, when you upgrade this, you definitely would be able to you know, put yourself in a position where you could do something. The next turn, technically, I would just untap, I would draw, we have Rishkar, I could play Perri, I could give the Hunt Bonder the shield counter, so essentially Hunt Bonder becomes indestructible. And then I could attack with this, not put a double strike counter on an attacking creature, which is unfortunate. But something that it could do, because it has indestructible now from Perri, essentially. And not really indestructible, but you know, regenerate. But I think it works. I think it works well. I think this Perri deck is, out of the 5 commander decks, I would rank this in 2nd place. And I think out of the box, I think this commander deck could win games specifically because of the indestructible combos with the board wipes inside this commander deck. That could definitely help to close out some games, specifically against the other precons. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to check out the other precons, you could check out those precons being played similarly to this. These videos are on the channel. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. We do EDH content like this every single day, and it's, you know, it's just something so simple. You click on the subscribe button and it can dramatically change the course of